Is anybody here? Is this thing on? Anybody want to show up today? How are you? Is the host here? Oh, he's here. Uncle Bruce has made it. Welcome all to the program. Today's date is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Welcome to the program here. We're watching the markets in the red a little bit, not like, panic level bad or anything like that, but we are noticing that we have a dip in the Dow of about 178 points, which is about 0.4%. Got the S&P down 0.37. That's about 22 points. And NASDAQ off 85 points, 0.38%. So these three are kind of close in percentage of a dip here. They were down 0.5% earlier this morning. Now they're down about 0.4, 0.38, something like that. Gold is down 1080. Crude oil up $1.39 now to 73.16. We're trying to kind of gauge where this market is headed. Wall Street never says sell, and they're not saying sell because they want the percentage of your value to get paid to them. The longer they can manage your money, the longer they can keep taking fees off the top of your accounts. So they're not going to tell you to sell anything. Maybe rotate a bit here and there, but never sell. Good old coffee. The Qs are off 234 right now at 531.95. Yesterday they hit a high of 535.37. So they were 4 something higher. Or 3 something higher than where we are now. The all-time high for the Qs, $540.81. Right now, $531.95. So we're still $8 away, $9 away from the all-time high for the triple Qs, showing the markets are near all-time high values, ranges, a couple of percentage points here and there away, which to me is ridiculous. The economy of the United States today versus 6 months ago, when we last saw highs like we are in the neighborhood of now, is far worse. The U.S. economy is fraying apart. Some of you know that personally. You are seeing it one-on-one in your town, your city, your state. Canada sees it. Well, we know it. Trade between Canada and the United States is plummeted dramatically. Tourism to the United States from Canada has fallen off the table. Tourism from Europe to the U.S. has fallen off the table. The next 3 months, July, August, September, the amount of capital that was supposed to come into America from overseas tourists is going to decimate the tourism business in the U.S. this year. There are going to be companies losing money and holding on to survive until next year. Our friends at Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld, and Knott's Berry Farm, and all the major attractions, they're going to put the spin on the spin on the spin to try to say everything's great. But at the end of the day, the high spending, free spending, high spending demographic tourist that will come into the U.S. normally is not coming this year in the same numbers. And the end of the day, you all probably know how this works. If you operate a cruise line and you have a cruise ship that can hold 4,000 passengers, and you can up that to like 4,400 passengers by putting kids in rooms and letting couples share cabins, pack them in, stack them and rack them and pack them. A cruise line breaks even at about 80-85% capacity usage. Under 80-85% passenger counts, they lose money. So cruise lines want to get to 100% capacity if at all possible. Now, if you can add 10% more capacity to a cruise ship, you make extra dough. Why? Because more people on board means you sell more alcohol. More people on board means more gamblers in the casino. More people on board means they're going to buy a steak in the steakhouse. They're going to go on tours. They're going to take all the extra spending. So the last 10 percentile of passengers coming onto a cruise ship, it's all added to the massive profits. The stock market and most businesses that are listed on the stock market have to operate at 100% capacity to make money. There are the Magnificent Sevens who have extraordinary profit margins, and they have taken steps in the last 6 months to ensure that their gross margins are intact. One way to do it is to let staff go. Of the Magnificent Seven, what companies have let people go, you might wonder? Looking at our Magnificent Seven candidates, we start with Apple. They are letting people go. Tesla, they have let people go. Microsoft, rounds of layoffs at Microsoft. Google has let people go by the thousands. Amazon has let people go by the thousands. NVIDIA, not so much. They're still trying to keep up with orders. But Meta Platforms, they did rounds of layoffs in the last year and two to maintain massive margins on their return on equity. These guys need growing businesses to keep their equity returns coming in, and the Wall Street demands it and expects it. This stock market now, near its all-time highs, means that stocks on average are trading at very high PE multiples and possibly just as high, if not worse, PE multiples than we had at the beginning of this year. And so, yeah, the market can trade at a higher level as a whole, but there has to be a trade-off for that. You either are making much more money on the bottom line that exceeds Wall Street expectations and makes it so that, oh, Apple was trading at 35 times earnings in January and it's trading at 33 times earnings now, and the market is near its all-time highs. Oh, great. But the reality for a stock like Apple is simply that Apple is not trading at near its all-time highs as it was earlier this year. The all-time high for Apple, $260, and it's trading at $198 right now. We're $62 away from the high on Apple. That isn't 2%. That isn't 3%. That is $60 on the $260 stock. That's over 20% off. And yet Apple is just about 31 times earnings. That's not a good look for Apple. Microsoft, the 52-week high is $480. That was set, I believe, yesterday. So Microsoft is at all-time record highs, but it's trading at 37 times earnings, which is double normal. Microsoft should be under 20 times earnings, not 37 times earnings. So, okay, Microsoft is near the highs or at the highs, helping the markets get to these high levels. If you want to take a look at Facebook right now, 27.5 times earnings. The high of the stock, all-time high, 741. We're at 702, 38 short, about 5% away from all-time highs on Meta. Other friendly stocks, our friendly friends, look at Tesla. My goodness, 189 times earnings with all of the problems they're having there, and Elon's run-in with the whole Doge thing. What a mess. That high for 52 weeks is 488, the high for that stock. We're at 326 in the pre-market, 329 here closing yesterday. So take roughly 330 off of 488. We're $158 away from the high, a third below the high on Tesla, and it's still trading at 189 times earnings. It doesn't belong there on any kind of a metric. Amazon is trading at 35 times earnings, way too high, trading at 214 to 15. The high for 52 weeks, 242. So we're $27 below the high. That's 10%, more than 10% off of its high. Correction territory. What else? Anyway, I could go on and on and on. In any event, you can see what I'm kind of getting at here. We have got stocks trading at very high PE multiples that I don't think are going to make more money this year than they made last year. I don't see Apple. I don't see Microsoft necessarily beating their record. I don't see Google doing it. I certainly don't see Amazon doing it. I don't think they're going to make more net profit per share next year than they did this year. Now, maybe they're trying to make it happen by buying up their stock shrink the float outstanding, reduce the total number of shares so they can divide their profit by fewer shares, and that keeps the per share number, close. But that's artificial engineering. Every analyst will see through that. Will they mention it? I don't know. But this market cannot sustain these highs. American consumers, savvy people, smart people, they can do math. Americans, one thing Americans can do, there's this talk about Chinese kids going to math school all the time and having superior math scores. Americans can do math too. They get a paycheck every 2 weeks. They get this much money, and it costs that much money to live on it. Americans can very quickly figure out whether they have enough money or not enough money to pay their bills. As entrepreneurial as they are, and as free enterprise as Americans are, they know the difference between having enough and not having enough at the end of the month. And I believe with inflation still a problem, even though the government says it really isn't, and the economy definitely slowing down, and tariffs just about to hit everyone big time all summer long, all fall. That's now going to really bite. Americans are going to feel a huge pinch, and it's going to slow everything off. And the outside world is not coming to visit the United States this year, which means 20 billion, 30 billion in lost revenue that turns over in America with Americans and pays taxes and makes people money and gets kids through college again. High school kids, makes them a few bucks this summer so they have some dough in the fall to pay for their back to school costs. It's not there. I think it's a rough year. This is a really bad summer for students trying to find work. There'll still be 70% of them will find work, but 30% of them will not. This is a drag, like an anchor dragging along the bottom of a seafloor. Not a good thing. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to read the tea leaves. For those of you who are here all the time, you're likely option writers. And if you're option writers, you've heard me say it, and you now say it yourself. It really doesn't matter who's in the White House. It doesn't matter who runs the Senate, who runs the Congress. It doesn't matter who your mayor is. It doesn't matter who your governor is. It doesn't matter which political party is in power. It actually doesn't matter. In America, you don't have to worry about that. If you're an option writer, you don't have to worry about any of that. You're in Canada, the United Kingdom, you're in Germany, Netherlands, you're in Asia, you're in South America, Africa, anywhere in the world, you're watching me, and you've learned how to write stock options. It doesn't matter who the G7 leaders are. It doesn't matter that Canada has spent $600 million to host the G7, and Trump was there for 12 hours. It doesn't matter. It's money wasted, money gone. It was spent months ago. It's out the door. Trump cost Canada $50 million an hour to have him up here. And he accomplished nothing. And it doesn't matter that he accomplished nothing, because as an option writer, all you're trying to figure out is, when I sell options, I get a bunch of money in my account. How little of that am I giving back? And how much of it can I keep? That's the only question on your mind when you're an option writer. And that is why every day, Monday to Friday, that the markets are open, and I'm with you, many of the same viewers are here every single day, joining me time and time again to say, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm hanging with you, because I like the idea of making this dough. I really like making this money. I'm just amazed at how much money I can make here, being with your channel. Thank you all for joining us from around the world. Option writers win. The rest of the market, unfortunately, is gambling and trying to figure out where the market is going to go. And a lot of folks out there are guessing incorrectly and trying to find the hot stock of the week or the month or the quarter or the year, and they can't find it. And so I welcome you to the program where option writers just say, well, I'm just looking for shrinkage. I'm looking to write a contract, sell a contract that I can buy back for almost nothing. And a lot of you around here are beginning to play a new game called 0 day to expiry options. You have figured out that this game is one hell of a game where you can write contracts a couple hours after the opening and buy them back later in the day for a lot less capital. And you're noticing that you're keeping a lot of money in your pocket. Some of you figured out that you're able to do contracts where you're making $100 a day. You're making $150 a day, $200 a day, almost every day. It's really consistent money. Just doing $5,000 and $10,000 credit spreads, very small amount of capital required, where you're taking out $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month by writing these credit spreads that die every afternoon. Welcome to the party, pal, because this is the reason why 0 day to expiry contracts are so popular out there. A lot of gamblers are trying to buy them for $1 and sell them for $2. You're just trying to sell them for $2 and buy them back for $1 or 80 cents or 50 cents or 20 cents or nothing. And many of you are scoring nicely. Well done to all of you. Thank you for 65 of you who've already hit the thumbs up button, by the way. 184 of you are here. By the way, the poll question of the day is kind of simple. The poll question, 112 people have answered it. I think the U.S. markets are stuck in a range and will not rise or fall very much for now. We are near the highs, so 2 to 5% away, but we don't seem to be able to go over them, but we don't seem to want to really go away from that level right now. And 62% of you kind of agree with my comment there. You're saying, yeah, 61% now say, yes, I agree that I think the U.S. markets are stuck in a range. Let's call it range bound. And I don't think they're going to rise or fall very much for a while. And that sentiment and that reality, and with summer coming up, yes, I think that's going to be the pattern all summer long here. This is good for option writers. This is exactly what you want to see as an option writer. You absolutely live for this. If the markets aren't going to move very much, triple Q contracts and SPY contracts are going to die on the vine every day. You'll be able to do call credit spreads nicely out of the money and just let them go to nothing. Nice going, people. Congratulations to those of you, like I say, who are now saying, Uncle Bruce, when I do a credit spread, like a call credit spread on the triple Qs or the SPYs for a 0 day to expiry, they die later today. Once they drop by half the value I got, I buy them back. I just take half the money every day, every time. And if I can get out with an hour to go and I've already made half my dough, I am relieved because now I'm out of the market overnight. I'm just sitting on cash overnight, waiting till tomorrow. And I'll take a new position and score another game. The good news is that if you're using a couple $1,000, you got like a $2,000 to $5,000 at play into this kind of trade, you can pull out $100 to $300 a day in profit. If you got about, say, closer to $10,000 into this business, you put $5,000 into spiders and $5,000 into Qs that expire this afternoon. Call credit spreads on both of those nicely out of the money. You'll pull out $400 to $600 a day. Look, if you can average $500 a day in profits doing credit spreads on like 10 grand, 500 a day is for 20 trading days a month, 10,000 a month. In other words, you are doubling your $10,000 stake and turning it into 20,000 by the end of the month, which could mean that you take a portion of that $10,000 gain out to live on if you're a full-time option writer, or you have income, you still work full-time, you're working from home, and you can afford to leave the 10 grand in your account. You're now dealing with $20,000. You're just going to do $10,000 of SPY trades and $10,000 of Q trades for the next month on a daily basis. You're going to make $1,000 a day. It's only the number of contracts that differentiates how much you make. It's not a different trading strategy. It's the exact same strategy. How many contracts? That's all it is. Are you writing 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 at a time? That's all. If you're making $1,000 a day, you're making $20,000 a month. So you're taking your 20 and turning it into $40,000. If you need $5,000 a month to live on, then you're going to take 5 out every month, not work for anyone else, and be a full-time option writer. And you're going to begin to diversify your portfolio so that when you do write today's credit spread, you're not putting everything you have into the credit spread. You're using a smaller portion of your portfolio each time, to the point where once you're running $50,000 to $100,000 in capital, you're using 10 to 20% of your capital in any one credit spread. And you may well be involved in daily expiry, day after tomorrow expiry, next week expiries for Qs and for SPYs. And you've got 5, 6 positions going simultaneously. And you're monitoring them very, very closely. You have stink buyback orders in place on any kind of a dip in the market. And you're on top of it. And you're now a full-time asset manager of your assets. And you easily are extracting a living out of this. It's a conservative strategy. It's not a winner-take-all kind of deal here. You're an option writer. You're a casino allowing gamblers to lose money to you. And they're taking the odds. They're the ones with the odds. Congratulations, all of you who have stepped into this and who are making happy, lovely money writing cash-secured puts on SoFi and other favorites. You're also enjoying wonderful returns on option writing through your retirement accounts. Congratulations. Poor man cover call writers, you name it. Well done. The Big E is here. Legacy, Eddie, CKT, Aurora. How you doing, guys? Hector, DH, Steven is here. Legacy, Chase, Rosita Parker is here. Juan, JM is here. The man is also in the house. Is the man now a member of this channel? Am I reading this right? No, he's not. The man is not yet a member. His name is in black ink. He has not joined us. Well, we'll see what happens. Andre, good morning. Chase, number 20, good morning here. Mandu, number 5 is here. Welcome, Stock Jockey. You've got to become a member, man. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It's nice to have you here. Henry's here. Splair, James, Charlie, Louis, Rice Checks. Who else is here? Flint Creek, the official soap company of this channel, is here. Thank you for joining us. TE, what about the lawsuit between something and something? I have no idea what that's about. Bobby, good morning. Solar Issues kicked my SEDG in the, you know what, $20 cover call back into the green. $15 cash to get put, still smiling. Welcome all. Amy J, good morning. Who else is here? Jim Bob is happy. Life is Easy is here. Tony's here. Drake. What else is going on? Just like Drake did. Rocketeer's here. Hi, Rocketeer. And who else is saying hi to us this morning? Welcome, Splair. Nice to have you here. Trip Hazard says, yesterday I wrote 24 of the 536, 541 call credit spreads on Qs. 536, so he was out of the money on all of those. I was paid 50 cents for that spread, bought back at 8 cents, and I made $946 yesterday after fees using 24 $5 contracts. So that required 12 grand of capital, $5 spread times 24. 500 times 24. No, that's only 6,000. Pardon me. See, my mathematics has to be rechecked. $6,000 of cash required, and he made $946 on 6 grand. So that's over 15%. Not a bad day yesterday, Trip Hazard. Welcome to the party, pal, and you're ready to make another move today. Susan Shops is in the house. Drake is here. Dude, Jay Gill. Drake, it's been a while since I've chatted, but I'm here. I'm always here. Welcome, buddy. Corinne is here, number 79, thumbs up. Those are coming in. Thank you, everybody. Murray, good morning, everybody. Larry Titus, good morning. Mike H. is teasing us about SoFi. Welcome all to the program, to the party. We're negative again, 200 on the Dow. We're down about 0.48%. We're approaching that half a percentage point range of losses. S&P down 27 points, NASDAQ down 110 at about a half a percentage point off. So we're slipping a little bit the last 10 minutes. Gold is down 13.80 an ounce, and oil is up 110 a barrel right now. That is what I've got going on. Hola from Jarrett. Welcome, Jarrett. Crazy 49er, number 81 on the thumbs up meter, returning to the U.S. today. I hope they let me in. Well, I hope you come in as well, and all is well. Thank you for all of you out there. And Crazy 49er, welcome home. It's been one hell of a couple of weeks for you. And we know you've been writing options a while back in India. And I just love it when viewers go on, they leave the country for whatever reason, they come back and they have more money in their account than before they left. I love this game. I'm sure you do too. And Crazy 49er was joining us for lesson 19. So well done. Thank you, everyone, for being part of the family here. Great to have you. We open in 29 minutes, so we'll wait for the opening to come through, see where we really end up. I noticed we're now down about $3 on those triple Qs. We're down about 302 or something like that, $3. 531.43. The question here is, will the Dow have a half an hour to 1 hour sell-off and then try a rally? Will it attempt a rally in the second hour of the day, give or take? And could the Dow and the S&P and the NASDAQ almost break even? Could we get within 50 points of breaking even on NASDAQ, let's say? Would that take the Qs to the 533, 534 level? Okay, so if we get to that 534 level, would that then offer you an opportunity to do a credit spread something like 538 and up? Can you write a call at 538 or 539 or 540 expiring today with a call that you buy behind it, whether it's 2 behind, 3 behind, 5 behind, 8 behind, 10 behind, that dies today? Can you pull out a 40-cent credit, a 20-cent credit, whatever number? And if you go by percentage, is it a 5% return, 8, 10, 15, like Trip Hazard pulled off yesterday? Unbelievable. We don't count on 15% returns on daily expiry contracts, but you can pull out a 5% return on average, 20 days a month on average. That's 100% a month return on your capital. That turns $5,000 into 10. That turns 10 into 20. These are huge returns when you figure it that way. And we're talking conservative, out of the money, after the opening, indicators are out, done, all the shenanigans are done. You have now an idea that, oh, we're at the highs of the day here. At this point, let's write contracts way higher than that. And in the case of Qs, if you can write 538s, 539s, you're only $1 or $2 away from all-time high numbers that the market has to go to in the next few hours to make your trade not pay off like you'd like. Remember, $1 on the triple Qs is like 40 points on NASDAQ's market. So the NASDAQ's down 113 right now. So stands to reason we are down almost $3 a share at 40 points divided into 113. That's almost 3 times. 120 would be 3. We're down 296. There you are. In the pre-market, we're down 296. This is the ratio of Qs compared to the S&P, the NASDAQ 100. Now, on the S&P 100, the S&P 100 is showing 6,060. That's where it's at. And the SPYs last night were showing quotes, values. Here, let me just get this up. If I can get my, really quick act together here. SPYs, I thought I could do this really cutely here. 602.68 is where we closed last night. 602. With the S&P yesterday sitting at around 6,090, give or take. So there's a 10-to-1 ratio there, give or take. So one is a 10-to-1 and one is a 40-to-1. All right. Qs are down 238. The SPYs at the moment are down 234, 0.36 of a percentage point as we speak at this moment in time. They will track each other very closely. I'm showing spiders now 599.66, and the actual S&P at 60.60, down 29. And I'm assuming that's accurate. Let me just recheck my numbers, because my devices sometimes don't match up very properly. But there you go. It's a ballpark, about a 0.5% drop although the spider isn't exactly 1/10 of the value of the S&P 500, it is almost exactly even on how much it's down in a percentage way, 0.5, 0.48%. Very, very close. 2/100ths of a percentage point differential. This allows you the confidence to say, all right, well, if the spiders and the Dow and the NASDAQ have a rally in the first 2 hours, and the S&P 500 gains 20 points, then okay, the SPYs will be up equal percentage. Now I'm looking for at least 1% higher than that for an option spread, a call credit spread, that vertical spread that's going to die today. And I want to be out of the money by maybe $6 on this SPY contract, perhaps $5 to something on the triple Qs, and get ahead of the market. Put your credit spread together that dies today for small numbers, where we're talking about 4, 5, 7, 8, 9% premium, but powerful daily returns is what you're after. And if you can score half of that, 3/4 of that, 80% of that, the market does a dip again in the third and fourth hour after you've assumed your position, you may find that the credit spread quickly goes down by 50%, and then the grind every half hour just takes the rest of it out, and you do buy these back for 2 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents, having written them for 30, 35, 40, whatever, and you will pull out your 5% gain, 7% gain, 9% gain today. It varies. Welcome to the program. Congratulations, those of you who have taken lesson number 19, and those of you who have been picking up lessons lately just off of my website. You've been grabbing the classes and understanding the options market, setting up practice accounts, watching us here every day, becoming part of this family. I congratulate you. If you've taken a bunch of classes and have become a Gold Bagel member, you are now joining the club that hangs out together all the time. If you are a Gold Bagel member and you'd like to be part of the Discord chat group, you let me know, send me an email, tell me, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm a Gold Bagel member. I would like to get involved. I'd like to be involved in the chat group, the Discord group. And here's my email address right here. You'll find it down below. I will send you link information, and then you can hang out with the fellow Gold Bagel members 24/7 and talk about strategies and ideas and all kinds of things. You name it. What you think about my shirt today, what you think about politics, what you think about what option trades are the best ones to do, who's the best broker, who's the worst broker, what's the latest in the market. There you go. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me. It's great to have you. Love that you're all with us today. Larry Titus, good morning, everybody. I am number 80 on the thumbs up meter. Crazy 49er, number 81, returning to the U.S. Crazy, I will send you pics from Dubai Business Lounge. Oh, I'd love that. Thank you very much. Pick and roll. Good morning, all. Susan Shops, Splair TV. Hello, Dak. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Covered calls on the Qs today. Yes, sir. Call credit spreads on the Qs today, actually. Call credit spreads on Qs later today. We are, and I am saying to you that whether you're doing a call credit spread on indexes or stocks that are near or at all-time highs, I believe that you can make money writing call credit spreads, where if you're able to write a call at a strike price that is at or above, or almost at or above, an all-time trading high for a stock or an index, I think you're in a safe territory. That's my thinking here. On something like NVIDIA, we're at 144.69. Last night, we're at 144.68 right now. The all-time high is $153. If you can write a 2-week credit spread on NVIDIA or a 1-week credit spread on NVIDIA, let's say next week, Friday expiry, and you can write a 155, a 157 call, and then buy the call behind it, you're higher than the stock's ever been. And you're giving the stock 9 days to deliver that all-time high with no news expected. No earnings coming out in the next 10 days. This, to me, I think is an opportunity to take some nice credit spreads off the table and just sit tight, fold your arms, watch the contracts depreciate as time runs out on these things. Now, if you're interested in short-term option writing on NVIDIA, you could write options that die this Friday. This is Tuesday. We're closed Thursday. So you're only talking tomorrow and Friday trading along with today. So we're down to 2, not even 3 days of exposure. I don't think you'll be in this trade much past Friday morning. Again, if you're far enough out of the market on call credit spreads. Look at the Magnificent Seven as your target stocks, because you want to spend your time doing credit spreads with tight bid asks, heavy trading, very popular, very good liquidity. You don't want to do attempted credit spreads on obscure, very rarely traded contracts on rarely traded stocks. You're now in a death pool of misery. You might get off a trade, but you might not be able to get out of a trade. Not a good thing. You want liquidity in and out. So you keep me posted. I'll keep you posted, and we'll see what happens. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you here. It's good to see you. We're down 236 on the Dow. We're slumping now 0.55%. We're moving lower. S&P down 29 and NASDAQ now down 112. The triple Qs are definitely off $3. We're at 531.29, it would appear. Definitely running into resistance at this point for any kind of a rally to start the day. Now, do we drop another 100 or 200 points to start the morning and then we have a rally to try to break even? Do we even go green anywhere, or do we barely get to the green zone and that's as good as it's going to get? I don't know. If you can write call credit spreads at the right strike, the minute the market begins to back off, what you want to be witnessing for your trade is that you've written a credit spread where the call that you wrote is, say on Qs, 5 out of the money. And if the Qs give up a $2 drop after trying to recover and they give up a $2 drop, you're now 7 out of the money. Your contract is going to collapse in value, which is what you want, because you don't really want to buy it back with any nominal value whatsoever. If you are a trader that loves making 50% on your trade, you write a credit spread for 40 cents and you buy it back at 20. You write one at 48, you buy it at 24. You write one at 62 and you buy it at 31. Put in your stink bid to buy it back at the price you want, half the price, and then just fold your arms and just let the market come to you. If the market is coming to you in that direction, let it come to you in that direction. Let the collapse happen and say, thank you, sir, may I have that? Okay. But we don't want any of you making any moves right now. You don't want to make a move in the first half hour. You need this market to figure itself out. The entire global investment community out there, Europe, Asia, USA, North America, everywhere else, is going to trade the markets very aggressively in the first hour. You need to know the direction of this market before you make a move. Okay? There you go. Welcome all to the show. Thank you for joining me. It's great to have you with us this morning. All right, back to that poll question. Let's take a look at that. Let me see what we've got over there. I'm showing. Here we are. The U.S. market is 170 people now have come through with a vote today. Thank you for that. 62% of you are thinking the market, it looks range bound, Bruce. It looks like it's kind of near it's up here, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to go much further from here. And 62% of you kind of think, I think the market's going to stick around this level, right around here, maybe plus or minus a few hundred points either way. Maybe the markets lose some volatility. We don't know. Hard to say with all the geopolitical stuff going on. Hard to tell on that one. We'll see what gives. 171 votes have come in on there. We have 92 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for 92. If you're watching on the rerun at double the speed, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for us and give us a bit more momentum this morning as we head for the opening in 15 minutes. Thank you. We'll take any positive momentum we can get. We love the thumbs up number. I think we hit over 185 yesterday again. Thank you for that. Trying to push the 200 count around a little bit. That's kind of nice on a Monday. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Savage of Wall Street in the house. Hey, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Another day, another opportunity to make some dough. Now, that's the right attitude of an option writer. It's that simple. I have been selling covered calls, bought back all my GameStop covered calls last week. It can go up now. Thank you very much. I noticed that GameStop just doesn't want to seem to go any lower now. It seems that GameStop has sort of decided in its own, way to calm down, and the 10-15% moves are over. We were up 5% yesterday on a recovery, 118 recovery to 23.32. Now we're off 26 cents this morning, but that's a nothing burger for this stock. We all know that GameStop can pop $1 in 15 minutes, and I kind of think that the 24 neighborhood is not that far from here in time. Next few days, by the end of the week, we may already be through 24 to 25 range. Next week sometime, 25, 27 would not be an outrageous number for GameStop to go to after having touched the 21, 22 level just briefly the other day. What I do find, I have to say it's comical, but it's also a pathetic thing to have to say. There were analysts or so-called experts giving an opinion on GameStop's game plan, already saying that their experiment into Bitcoin has been an abject failure. GameStop went into Bitcoin about a month and a half, 2 months ago. They only just went into it. They raised $1.5 billion on their first round of cash. Now they've raised $2.7 billion additional dollars. 4.2 billion of additional dollars are in GameStop's hands because they've decided to move into Bitcoin. And at the same time, they've also announced through an interview with Ryan Cohen, if you've noticed it, they're going into the collectible business in a bigger way because the margins are fabulous compared to electronics. And so GameStop is saying, hey, we're not doing $10 billion of electronic sales anymore. We're doing $6 billion in sales. But we've closed 30-40% of our stores. They were all losers. They were all costing us money to run. And we were all in electronic and software sales. We're now moving into collectible business along with our profitable, the profitable stores with electronics. I think these guys are going to make $1 billion a year in profit. I think they're going to take their $6 billion in sales and move them to $8 billion in the next 2 years because of collectibles. And that $2 billion gain is at 40% margins. It's $800 million in profit. The rest of the stores are making money already. They've eliminated the losers. Canada's gone. France is gone. Switzerland is gone. Germany is gone. Italy is gone. All those foreign markets, they're gone. They're not interested in those markets. They want to keep America only in their portfolio. And the collectible market in America is strong and vibrant and is being dominated by 30, 40, and 50-year-olds. Collectibles are not an 8-year-old's game. Collectibles, the trading of comic books and cards and other collectibles are done by older demographic people with money. GameStop has got the sweet spot for the right demographic here. This is where I think they're going to make some serious margins. So these so-called experts saying in 45 days, oh, GameStop blew it into Bitcoin. They've totally blown it out. That's why the stock is down so much. They don't mention that the stock was $21.55 4 months ago. And it's now at 23 something a share. Even after topping 30 and coming back, it's still up from where it was. They don't mention any of that. They only talk about how the stock has dropped 25% from its highs. That's it. It's so biased on the one side. But hey, you've been around long enough to know. Most of you who've been here, you've been around long enough to know that's just crap. Welcome everybody. What's going on? Henry T. Has anyone noticed Trump's phones news out there? Savage Wall Street. Hey, I sold 10 GameStop $20 cash secured puts out to Jan 26, and I got dollars for those. Use that money to go out and buy shares at 21.69. Stinkers triggered. So no matter what GameStop does, I'm ready. It's what we do here. Giddy up. JV, Savage, that's the way to go. Bagel Babe, if GameStop could sell La Boo Boo, I'd be so happy. Or GLE. Okay, it's not a GME quote. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's GameStop. She's talking about GameStop here. I don't even know what La Boo Boo, La Boo. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, that is what it is. Yes, there's this talk about the Trump phone. The Suns are launching a Trump phone. You think it's made in America? Think again. You think the engineers are from America? I don't know. Is it a Samsung phone with a Trump name on it? What's the deal on this? Do we really care? Do we need to want to give a crap about this? Would you trust getting rid of your Apple phone and get one of these instead? Really? What about 5 years from now? 5 years from now, you're at a family gathering. you're at a corporate function, and you're walking around your corporate function 5 years from now with a Trump phone. Would you be caught dead holding that in public 5 years from now? I wonder. Bagel Babe, this are a popular plush collectible right now. Impossible to find because they're always selling out. This La Boo Boo. Okay, it's a plush toy. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's really popular in the Orient too. Japan, South Korea, very popular there. Well, hey, if they get into that business, lineups at the door with mothers and daughters and collectibles. Look, I think GameStop is on the precipice of a major breakout in this business, this collectible business. They have 2,800 locations in America to do their business from. And dealing in merchandise, I bet you they can cut deals with distributors where they only buy merchandise when they need it. Their checks don't bounce. I mean, GameStop has $8 billion cash in the bank. Their checks don't bounce. But grading comic books and grading cards, charging a service fee to just give a value to this kind of product. They get paid to do that. That's pure profit. I love this business. They don't have to hold any inventory to do this sort of stuff. They put a rep in each store that is able to grade these products. I think this is a smart move on their behalf. Anyway, grifters grifting, says Flint, on those phones. Savage, oh God, not La Boo Boo. My kids were relentless. I couldn't find them anywhere. And lo and behold, on the way back from Napa a few months ago, my kids yelled, La Boo Boo. It was a flea market. We bought 3 at a flea market. How about that? My gosh, the latest hot thing. Well, there you go. If GameStop gets into it, great. If they make nothing but retail margins, great. If they get into the collectible resale market on this stuff and make big margins on big ticket priced collectibles, fantastic. Plus, they've got their incredible website with 55 million participants to sell to. Nice. Savage says the hilarious part is that we were coming back from a weekend in posh Napa, eating at high-end restaurants and drinking wine. And on our way back, we're at a Mexican flea market eating tacos and beer. There you go. That's the American way. It's all good. It's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. So it's an enjoyable time. You love what you're getting, and you're also finding some deals along the way. Hey, you're getting even richer, my friend. Even richer. I love it. We're opening in 5 minutes now. We're down 242 on the Dow, 31.5 on S&P, down 122 on the NASDAQ. We're down about 0.55 of a percentage point overall right now. Gold down 470 an ounce, and crude oil up $1.28. There's the story, and we're sticking to it right now. Qs are 531.41. They're down 283. Any of you who have Qs expiring today, tomorrow, or Friday, especially Friday, and I know a certain boss out there, I'm aware of a certain boss out there that wrote Friday expiry contracts on Qs, has got to be very happy with the pre-market activity of the Qs this morning. And we'll be watching very closely the opening salvos here. Yes, indeed. JV, Uncle Bruce, I wrote a SoFi $15 expiry for this Friday. I wonder if rolling it close to release of earnings or Jan 26. Again, are you writing a cash secured put? Are you writing a covered call? What is it you're writing? I don't know. Anyone buying the dip or selling cash secured puts on solar and wind stocks today? Are you going to take advantage of that? Do you want to write out of the money cash secured puts on Enphase, even though it's down $9? Will you write call credits behind that? And if there's a recovery of $5 or $7 in the next month, could you score a huge return? Interesting. Anyway, we'll see. Cash secured put, Bruce. I wrote cash secured put on the SoFi at 15. Should I now, this is expiring on Friday. What do you think I should do on this? Well, the higher the stock goes, the lower your put gets. And so, give it a couple hours today, and let's see how our markets want to, react. We're opening in 3 minutes anyway. The stock yesterday had a very nice run, and if it wants to give us another dollar to 15.50, 16, you're going to buy that put back for a small fraction of what you sold it for, and then you can roll up to 17s whenever you want. Whether it's a month out or January, dollars will tell you, I think, what to do. Dollars are the name of the game you want to get. Lisa is saying here, I could be interested in SEDG or RUN, the solar stocks. Again, I have no opinion on these. I just don't know what to say about it. Hey, Savage, those Lab Boo Boo collectibles we bought them for $10 each. I don't know just how rare they were. They were a limited edition from some promo in Mexico. Those are going for $200 now. Ridiculous, insane. James, indeed, she is looking to close it today so she can open a new one. James, the Mystery Tree, the boss, is looking to buy back her Qs at a lovely profit and put a new deal together. There you go. JV, we'll check it in. I will check it, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Bruce from Want. Savage Wall Street. Yes, cash you could put on Enphase and Clean Spark. There's more than one or two out there. I don't recommend any of them. I don't know what to tell you. You have to want to believe. Again, however you do, whatever you do, I am just praying you do it conservatively and make sure you have liquidity in and out. Otherwise, you are gambling. Up to you. Wayne Commander says, good morning. Good morning, Wayne Commander out of Germany. Nice to have you here. Welcome all to the program. We're down 250 on the Dow, 32 points on S&P. We're down 124 NASDAQ, 0.56, 0.58% loss. The Qs look to be down about 0.5%. We're opening in a minute. We'll follow all of this as we get ready to start trading with the open market, the cash market. So get ready, everybody. Welcome to the program. Fun times at the OK Corral. Thank you all for joining us today from wherever you are. Okay. John Harpster, good morning, everybody. Wing Commander, I've been flipping SEDG's cash secured puts for the past few months. I've been working those. So there you go, kids. There's some kids playing this game. We've got 198 voters now. Thank you. On the question of the day, 63% of you think the market is kind of range bound. 37% of you do not. Thumbs ups are coming through here. Last at 80, 90 something. We're now pushing 109 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for bringing the thumbs up meter along. Much appreciated. And we are ready to open. Larry Titus is going to hit the bells. Larry Titus has hit the bells. Thank you, Larry, for that very much. Appreciate you. And welcome all to the program. and welcome to the channel today. It is lovely to see you. Let's get this party started. All right. Yes, sir. Savage Wall Street. Let's time to make some moolah here. Richard Carlin and Henry T. Neat, and let's go. Yes, sir. We're ready. We're willing and able to start doing some business today. Let's see what this market wants to give you, because that's what it does. It gives you an opportunity to take money every single day. And why not? Down 151, early indications on the Dow. We'll find out in a few moments. Give us 2-3 minutes to really see what's going on. The Qs are down 174, 532.57 so far indication. The Dow now down 170. That's 0.38 of a percentage point. We're down 0.32 on S&P, down 0.37 on NASDAQ as markets open up and stocks start to trade. The VIX is up 114 to 2028. That's negative. We got oil up 129 to 73.06. It was 74 this morning. It's now 73 today, this morning here. Later in the morning. All right. ALA says, let's go. Neat emoji time. There you go, everybody. Thank you. Q's down 163. Spiders down 208. SoFi's up a penny here. Pre-market was down all morning. It's so 14.92 now, up 2 cents. BJ, you're noticing your cash secured puts falling, not rising in price. So you're getting richer there, as is everyone else. GameStop down 29 at 23.03 at the moment. Rocket Lab down 52. IBM is up 27 centinos. Welcome this morning to the show. Boeing, Tiger, and Charlie hitting the knee emojis as well. NVIDIA's up 2 cents. ASTS down 62. HIMS down 26 at 59.57. MSTR down $8. AI is down 22 cents. Supermicro up 28. And Tesla down 470. Palantir down 43. Google down 62. Apple down 88. Microsoft down 392. Meta down 59 cents. Amazon down 63. Watching a whole bunch of other quotes go by. Adobe down 730, AMD up 179, Unity down 39, Enphase down 1170 now to 34.15. Should you write $30 cash secured puts on Enphase? Should you write 32s? Should you write 34s? Should you write 40s for a year out and give it a year to recover? And will it recover half of this loss already, bringing those cash secured puts down dramatically? I don't know. You got to decide what you want to do on Enphase. How do you feel about it? Totally your call. Right now, the market on the Dow level, down 118, 112. The Qs are off 216. NASDAQ down 92 points. NASDAQ is doing worse than the Dow. It's down 0.46. The Dow 0.26. So the Dow's only down a quarter of a point. NASDAQ is approaching half a percentage point loss, falling at the moment. Spiders are off as well. We're now at $600.50, down 230 on Spiders. The S&P down 0.38 of a percentage point. Industrial output fell in May, sign of growing weakness in the factory sector. Tariffs are not working yet. That's what that means. The reality is tariffs are slowing down the industrial sector in the U.S. because the USA is dependent on countries around the world to trade with, to buy their finished product, and for American companies to buy raw materials to make product in America to sell around the world. And that means this is why the industrial output is falling in America, because it's costing everyone around the world anywhere from 10 to 50 to 100% more to do business with American corporations. Does it make sense that American businesses are getting whacked? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And so, yeah, the slowdown of the U.S. economy is underway deep in the U.S. economy. Manufacturing, we're slowing down. This is bad news out from there, because everything emanates from the core, from the factory floor out. Marketing, accounting, distribution, everything. It's not good. It's not good at all. Mandu is going with neat emojis, and so is JM. Welcome all. to the program. We're down now 125 on the Dow as it's weakening a bit here. S&P down 21 and NASDAQ down 82. The Qs are down 207 at 532.02. SoFi now is negative, down 11 cents at 14.78. GameStop is only down 20 now, improving a bit at 23.12. Rocket Lab down 56. IBM up a buck. Welcome, everyone. Lisa, I grabbed some RUN at 546. It'll probably go lower now. Stuart, neat emojis being flashed everywhere. We'll see what happens. Again, if you like a stock because it's dipped on you and you want to take advantage of a dip, if it's possible to not buy the stock but actually write a cash secured put instead, that's the smarter way to go, I think, from a position of cash. If you like a stock that has had a real hit to it, like maybe Enphase. Let's take a look at Enphase right now. Here, $33.30 a share right now, down $12.60. If you can write a $30 cash secured put on Enphase for a year and get paid dollars a contract to do that, you're $350 out of the money. You get a bunch of dollars on top of that. Maybe can you get $350 for it? Can you get like 10% return on this? You're willing to buy the stock then at $26.50. If you love Enphase down $12 today, you got to super love Enphase at $26.50 on being exercised on a cash secured put. What's wrong with buying Enphase at $26.50? If the stock bounces back in a week or two from $33.50 to $38, your contracts are $8 out of the money. I mean, they're going to fall, and these puts will drop, allowing you the pleasure of buying them back and rolling into 32s, bringing in more money, paying less to buy back what you sold, getting more to sell another batch, goes up to $42, buy back the 32s and write the 35s. Follow the stock and grab cash. Enphase, do you believe in it long term? Then that's the plan. That's how you play it. You think you like GameStop? You always loved GameStop? Then write cash secured puts today on GameStop. The stock is sitting at $23.22. Write $20 cash secured puts on GameStop. Put up $2,000 and bring in some bucks. Write a year out. Take dollars, tons of dollars. Stock goes back to $28 on GameStop. Your $20 cash secured puts are $8 out of the money. They're going to drop by half. Roll to 25s. Buy back 20s, roll to 25s, and take another bunch of dollars per share into your hands. You love the stock, go with it. Goes to 32, buy back the 25s and write 28s. Every time. Learn how to write stock options. Lessons are waiting for you on my website. I'm just a guy in front of a computer hoping that you're going to join the party, pals. Thank you all for being here. We're down 140 on the Dow now. We are slipping a little more. We're down 21 on S&P. NASDAQ down about 86 points. There's the deal. 0.44% of a loss on the NASDAQ. The Qs are down 230 a piece, 215 at 532.14. Yesterday morning, we were in the 536 range, 535 range yesterday, $3-4 higher. And the day before that, we were higher yet. So we backed off a bit here. Those of you who have written contracts that die later this week, you're probably seeing some shrinkage, and that's a good thing. That's the name of the game. 1476 on SoFi, down 13. 2302 on GameStop, down 30. Rocket Lab, 2612, down 43 cents. Giddy, 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 giddy up. The Big E is in the house with the knee emojis and putting the Z at the end as usual. Thank you so much, Big E, for joining us. Thanks again, all of you who are hitting the thumbs ups button for us on the rerun and live. You're helping us add some more momentum to the show. 123 thumbs ups are now here. We just jumped like 14 of them. And thank you, 245 viewers who are here this morning. It's nice to have you in the house to join us. The big E is here. Nico, Stuart, Lisa, Juan, Mandu, Charlie, Boeing Tiger, Luring, Anglerfish. They're all here. The regulars are all here, and I welcome you all to the program. Thank you for joining us today, and of course, those of you who know what to do first thing in the morning, you absolutely must honor the Knights of Nate. If not, you're asking for trouble. And by doing this, you are putting a very powerful force to work in your favor to make you that much richer. But only regulars know what I'm talking about. Trip Hazard, present. I'm here. Rock and roll, buddy. Welcome to the program. The poll question has attracted 217 votes now. 63% of you say, I think the U.S. markets are range-bound, Bruce. I really do. I'm with you. We're near the highs, but we're not able to break into new highs. But we're reluctant to go a lot lower, sort of. And so, yeah, we're kind of just drifting along, which means shrinkage is your friend, without question. Shrinkage is your friend. Bagel Babe is here. Neat. There you go. Kids writing Qs that die every day, and or SPYs that die every day. That's a good way to make money, I think. Giddy up, all of you. Thank you. 1482 on SoFi. We're only down 8 cents. It's coming up again. GameStop was only down 19. It's coming up 23.13. Rocket Lab still down 48. The Dow down 131 now. IBM only up 60 cents instead of being up $1. We've got S&P down 24, NASDAQ down 97. That's definitely over half a percentage point on the NASDAQ. So the Qs are not doing as well percentage-wise as the spiders, because the spiders are reflecting a 0.4% drop on the S&P 500, where the NASDAQ is down 0.55%, 15 points worse, 15/100 worse. Is it a big difference? No. Psychologically, yeah, there's a difference psychologically. The tech stocks are lower today than the S&P 500. 500 stocks versus 100 makes sense. Okay, we'll watch that. The Dow's the best performer, down 167, but it's only 0.39 of a percentage point. So the Dow is actually doing better than NASDAQ and S&P. By a lot? No, but by a bit, yes, that's true. NASDAQ now down 0.58 of a percent. We're going lower, 531.19 on the Qs. The high today for the triple Qs was 532.78. We're at 531.40, and we're at the lows of the session, just about there, almost at the lows. Because the NASDAQ is now down 113, 114 on the session. And can it go lower? Yeah, sure can. We'll see if it has more to it. Juan is saying, I just wrote a 290-300 credit spread on IBM that dies the 20th of June. That is Friday. So 290-300 is the credit spread written by Juan JV on IBM. Now the stock is 282.44. So here's a trade. You can replicate it in your own practice account if you want. He's written the 290s. He's buying the 300s, and he's going for a Friday expiry, the nearest one. And we'll see how it goes. What kind of credit did you get on that, buddy? Let us know. $10 spread. What kind of a credit did you pull off on that? 282.15 is where the stock is right now. So he has got almost $8 of protection against getting caught on his short call. And remember, the 52-week high is 284. As a matter of fact, that might be an all-time high. 284.50 is the high trade for the last year. He's at 290 for Friday. So the stock will have to break the highs of the year and beyond to catch JV with any kind of issues. So I like this trade, JV. I hope you got a good credit on it. Well done, sir. Making some dough. Charlie C2, thumbs ups there. I like that trade too. Okay, IBM 282.06 right now. The Dow down just 118, S&P down 25, NASDAQ down 130. We're down 2/3 of a point on NASDAQ. We're falling further on the NASDAQ. 531.02 on Qs. We're about to break 531 to lows of the day right here. That's what's going on. We're under 531 on the Qs. Okay. Welcome all to the show. Nice to have you here, where you can watch the markets with us. You can see what people are trading, some revealing what they're doing. You can replicate their trades in practice accounts yourself for nothing. Learn how options work. See if it works for you. Are you more comfortable being a call credit spread writer on something like Apple or on Google or on any other stocks that are hitting highs or threatening highs? Are you more comfortable being a call credit spread writer on stocks, or do you like the idea of SPYs and triple Qs as your vehicle of choice? One says, yeah, I got 51 cents and then 23 cents. I got 28 cents of credit. So he's taking in 28 bucks per $1,000. It's a 2.8% return for Friday. Don't forget, Thursday we're closed. So he's only exposed to this trade, in theory, today, tomorrow, and Friday, not Thursday. And so Juan might shut this thing down later today. If IBM gives up $4 or $5 sometime today to 278, for example, it's 282 now. If it goes to 278, these contracts he just went into will slump in value. If tomorrow the stock just stays at 282 to 280 range, just around here, these contracts running out of time. Remember, there's no trading on Thursday, so he's only got Thursday and Friday left in these contracts. They will shrink in value. So he may find that he can buy these back for 11 cents, 6 cents. He might let them expire worthless, again, depending on just where the stock stays and how far out of the money is he. A $4 drop from here, just a $4 drop, which is a nothing burger because this stock has come from the 220s to 210s, 220s. This thing goes to 275, 278. These contracts will be worth combined. The one will be worth maybe 15 cents. The other one will be a nickel. It will be down to a dime trade spread. We may be down to an 8-cent spread in no time, and that would allow Juan to just go, I'm taking 20 bucks. Now, I don't know how many he did, but if he did one, he's going to make $28 gross. If he did 10, $280 credit is what's in his account right now. That's what he's looking for. Charlie offered to sell Triple Q June 20 expiries for Friday. 5 of them, 541, 543 for 28 cents. No bites yet, but if he can get that trade done with a $2 spread, so it's $200 commitment per position. He's getting $28 for every 200 if he gets this done. It's a huge return. That's 14% for 2 days, for Friday close. Now, he's doing 5 of these. If he pulls this off, he's using $1,000 to bring in 5 times 28 bucks. $140, 14% on 1,000. So this is what Charlie's trying to do right now. He's offered the contracts. If the market has a bit of a pop-up, he might get that trade done. So we'll see what happens. You can enter this trade in your pretend account right now and just replicate it. See if you get a fill. Is the market, is he close? Is he too far away? Whatever. For some of you, you might not agree with that trade. You might say to yourself, well, I would do a 540, 545 spread, $5 spread, but I'd go $1 closer on the sell side and I'll go 5 further out. It's a $500 commitment, but can you get a larger spread, a larger dollar amount to make it worth your while? Now, in this case, Charlie is saying, I'm putting up $200 per position here to get 28 bucks back. If I put up $500, I'm going to have to get back 2.5 times this much money. I'm going to have to get back 60 cents, 65. I don't think I can get it. Might be a good answer. Now, if he goes 540, 545, can he actually get 50, 60 cents for that? Well, that would still be a 12% return at 60 cents. But again, the market will determine whether this happens or not. We're down 111 on the Nasdaq, so we are a little better than we were at the low. The Qs we're down to 530.81. We're now 531.36. It's a 55-cent recovery on the Qs, which could help these trades get triggered. It's possible. Again, he's got the order in, and so it's in the system. The computers have the order, and all the other computers trading with each other. If his 28 cents can be pulled off, he'll get the 5 fill, and he'll be done, and he'll have the credit. Then he'll turn around and put in a stink buy order, because I know how Charlie works. Charlie does good stuff, and so Charlie might go, yeah, I'll buy these back at 6 cents. I'll buy them back at 3. I'll put the stink buy order in right away. I might get out today. I might get out tomorrow, but I won't get out Thursday because we don't open on Thursday. So maybe Friday morning, first thing. These are worthless contracts, and he'll score the deal if he fills this thing. We'll see what happens. Cheers, everybody. We're down 17 on SoFi. We're down 33 on GameStop. IBM is 282.48, up 65 cents. This is where we are this morning. At this moment in time, we've got the Dow down 136, now down 148 and falling. We've got S&P down 22. We've got NASDAQ down 102, trying to improve a little bit. It was down 2/3 of a point. It's now down 0.52. Some of these contracts might fill. And some of you who are writing these in pretend accounts, trying to replicate what Juan is trying to do and what Charlie is trying to do, you might be trying to replicate these trades. You'll find out whether you get a fill or not, and see what happens. Play along. Earn while you learn. Giddy up, everybody. Some of you are, I know what some of you are doing. You're at home right now, and you're saying to yourself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one contract. Whatever Bagel Babe does, and whatever Charlie does, and whatever JV does, and I'm just going to do one contract, because I want to just experiment with real money, but not a lot of real money. So I'm going to do these $200. I'm going to do a $200 credit spread. I'll write one of those. I'm going to do a $5 credit spread. That's a $500 trade. I'm going to do an IBM $10 spread for $1,000. I'm gonna do these one of each, just one. I've got skin in the game, but very little at the beginning, and let's just monitor. Let's monitor this and see how it plays out with real money. I'll pay attention now. There you go. Bagel Babe says nice. Anyway, there you have it, kids. Down 103 on the Dow, trying to improve a bit. We're only down 1/4 of a point. We're down 0.33 now on S&P. That's improving. And NASDAQ down 0.49, definitely improving a little bit here. Qs are now 532.13, down 216. Those of you who are very conservative, I would suggest stay back and don't do anything right now. Let the market breathe out the first hour. We've only had 23 minutes. Got to give this market another 40, 50 minutes. You got to let it just give us an indication. As I said at the beginning of this broadcast, we may find a dip to start, a down dip. We may have an attempted rally sometime in the first hour or so. Let that happen. Let this market attempt a comeback. Let the Qs go as high as they can get. We're 531.90 now. They can get to 532, 532.5, 533. Let them go there. Then pick off your credit spread way ahead of that level. And now cross your arms and see if it has anything to it. We'll find out. Thank you, everybody. All righty. Bagel, I'm a Bagel Babe. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all not to do what I do, laughing out loud, but I'm mostly doing a $5 call credit spread on Qs today. 0 day to expiry as part of my ongoing learning and training. There you go, Bagel Babe. Welcome to the party. One step at a time. Baby steps. Thank you all for joining in here. We're down now 116 on the Dow, down 20 on S&P, and NASDAQ down 94. All right, spiders are 651, Qs 531.93 at the moment. Thank you. 70-cent gain on IBM. IBM is reluctant to go lower, but if the market can't muster much of a rally and goes redder, than this. If we go down 1.5 percentage points on the session, IBM might give up a couple of bucks. And there you go. We'll see. Henry T, I'm waiting to fill call credit spreads on ASTS or cash secured puts. I'm looking to fill cash secured puts on ASTS for January coming up in 26. I want to write a $36 cash secured put for $8.70. Trying to get that filled. One, Uncle Bruce, it's 43 cents, not 28, as I mentioned before, and bought just 2 contracts. I just did 2 contracts on IBM, bringing in 43 cents each. Charlie, I hit my goal for the first time last week, Uncle Bruce. I averaged $251 a day for the week in profit. I brought in $1,258 on the Qs last week, using between $2,000 and $5,000 a day in trades. And there you go. Now there's a nice weekly report. You're using between $2,000 and $5,000 to do these trades. You brought in $1,258 in profit. You do that for a month. That is $5,000 a month in returns, between $2,000 and $5,000 a day employed in this program. There is what we're talking about. That's what Class 19 was all about. My $200 Class 19 is generating this kind of return. Charlie, I just have to do it consistently now. Stay in your lane and be more conservative than less conservative. Sometimes be very greedy on your end. Trip Hazard, I wrote 65, 539, 541 Qs, call credit spreads that expire 6/23. So that would be, is that Monday, if I'm not mistaken? 6/23 Monday expiry. I got 51 cents a contract. This is massive. This doesn't sound like a lot, but you think about this a little bit. What we're dealing with here is a $2 credit spread. This is $200 a position, and he's getting paid $51 in credit. That's a quarter a return, 25% return for a Monday contract. And Trip Hazard might be out of this trade today, tomorrow, Friday. He won't even be around for Monday, theoretically. 65 times. So it's a $13,000 trade, $200 times 65. And he got 65 times $50 in cash, quarter of his money in his account right now. So his risk factor has been dropped dramatically with this spread in his hand. Very interesting trade. Some of you might want to replicate this in your practice account. Literally do 65 of them in your practice account and replicate this trade. See what happens. Depeche, that is great work, Charlie, on your end. Bagel, looking at Charlie, I'll have what he's having here. Juan, JV, the Apple covered calls for July 18th. Uncle Bruce, these are doing great. Can you give us a report on that? Can you tell us what was the spread? Like, what were the 2 contracts you wrote for July 18th expiry? And what did you get for them? And what are they at now? Can you do that for us? Just to kind of remind everybody here, this is last week sometime, I think. We were talking about, I think I was talking to JV about, he asked the question, should he write a cash secured put on Apple? And I threw him an idea. Why don't you consider doing a credit spread trade instead? He ended up using half the money he would have used to do a put credit spread. He only used half the money. He got a better yield, and this trade is working out just fine. Matt, good morning, all. Are Cohen and the GameStop board restricted as to when they can buy more shares? He bought 500,000 shares a week after the last convertible notes offering. Would he be able to do it anytime now? I have a feeling, Matt, that as soon as the company files the final closing of the offering, the fact that it's a done deal and they've got the dough and they've closed it, I think he's good to go. That's my hunch. So whether he buys or not, we'll find out. Charlie, thanks, guys. I'm pretty happy with the way things are progressing in my account and with the knowledge I've learned, and I continue to learn. Kids, if you can do what Charlie is doing, with only this comment right here. This says it all. Using between $2,000 and $5,000 of capital in 1 week, generating 251 a day in profit on average, he brought in 1258 net profit. So that's a week. Every 2 weeks is 2,500. Every month is $5,000. That's 60,000 a year. That is 60,000 a year in profits, using between $2,000 and $5,000 in total capital. Is that working for you guys? If you use the worst case scenario, he's using $5,000 and he's making a profit of 60,000 a year on $5,000. Is that sinking in anywhere to any of you who are new here? Those who are not new, they know exactly what we're talking about. I mean, that's why they're here. Why don't we have 2.2 million people watching me right now instead of 224? Again, every one of you have been told by someone you know, in one way or another, you have had it said to you to your face, if it's so good, why doesn't everyone do what Charlie does? If it's just so good, why doesn't everyone do it? Remember? Does it sound familiar to any of you out there? Charlie got it. Charlie has had people say it to him. If you're doing so well, Charlie, why doesn't everyone else do it? Because Charlie had to do something called work. Charlie had to study. Charlie had to hang around a one. Charlie took some courses. Charlie has done one-on-ones. Charlie has been here with the gold group. Charlie has invested his precious time, and now it's payback time. At least 12 times his money is coming to him with this kind of a return. This type of return, which I think will only get better. I don't think Charlie will do $251 a day for another 11 months and 3 weeks. I have a suspicion that Charlie will start doing more than $250 a day in returns. When Charlie reaches $350 a day in returns, he'll bring in $7,000 a month, which is $84,000 a year. When he starts bringing in $500 a day, he's bringing in $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year. Charlie is not here to make $60,000 a year. That is not his goal, is to make $60,000 a year. Charlie is here to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in his pocket. And all he has to do is grow this account from here up, here up, here up. He'll do $3,000 to $6,000. He'll do $4,000 to $8,000 a day trades. He'll do $5,000 to $10,000 a day trades. He might do $5,000 to $12,000 a day trades. He might do $8,000 to $20,000 a day trades, because he's going to grow his account and grow his positions, and he's going to explode the daily number. And Charlie will do $1,000 a day. He will do $1,500 a day. He will do $2,000 a day. $40,000 a month, $480,000 a year. Charlie paid $200 a class, just like you can pay $200 a class. And Charlie will do this for the rest of his life, as well as you, because he's willing to put the time in and make it happen. That's why everyone else doesn't do it. That's why everyone doesn't. Why doesn't everyone do it? Well, that's why, because not everyone wants to invest $200 in themselves. They don't want to buy 5 classes or 10 or all 19. They want a freebie. They want to become incredibly wealthy for nothing. No effort, no money, no nothing. Sorry, folks. That's now how it works. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way for anything. Whether you're a trucker, a ditch digger, a plumber, an electrician, a brain surgeon, a speech writer, I don't care what your job is. Unless you're good at it, you're not going to make top dollar. And here, Charlie is getting good at it. And Charlie will be the first to tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Because Charlie is right up front with all of us. No question about it. I just love comments like this. Man, I love this. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, boom! about that 541, 543 spread just hit for 28 bucks, $28 a pop. There you go. 225.35. Now that was my Apple trade. I got 111 on the sale. I paid 50 on the call to pay for it. Now those are worth 33 and 13. So that trade was a $61 credit. It's now down to $20 credit. 33 and $13. This 225 call that he wrote on Apple. Apple is trading at where are we at right now on Apple? Where am I here? Apple. There we are. 197 on the stock. He is $28 out of the money. They die not too long from now. This is why they're down to 33 on the contract. 13 on the other contract, the $10 further out of the money. Both of those are out of the money. They're both going to die worthless. They're both shrinking almost daily now. One is a happy camper. He's up, like I said. Now he's up. What is it? 61 to 20. He's up 40 cents a contract. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up. If he did 10 of them, he's up $400. Nice going already. Well done, sir. Double D, time and effort. Mike, it's 100% a grind. Depeche, go, Juan, go. And this is the thing. Juan is making money on a very conservative option right for Apple. A credit spread that is epically conservative, incredibly conservative. Charlie is doing conservative option rights and is averaging $251 a day, using no more than $5,000. Are you out there working for $60,000 a year and you want to quit your day job? Have you got 20 grand lying around? Can you get your hands on $20,000 and do double the size of Charlie's contract sizes? You'll make $500 a day net profit. That's $10,000 a month. If you're making $5,000 a month after tax and you can make $10,000 a month on contract trades like this, take 5 out and live on it. Give up the day job and leave the other 5 in your account to grow your account and grow your trades from here. Oh my God, you've reached another level. How many of you could possibly change your life or quit your day job full time, turn it into a part-time job, which lets you work from home or out of the house, but only after market, not during market hours? Giddy up. How many people, I bet you that I am sure I have security guards that are writing contracts, security guards that work night shifts. I am certain there are some security guards who are working in like shopping malls that are closed at night, and they just walk the hallways and they hit the little card on these checkpoints every hour, and they're watching their phones during the day. They're trading during the day, and they're earning a couple $100, $100 a day as a security guard, $150, living off of that and making money in the option market by writing credit spreads. And they're just sitting back going, I'm just counting the days, Uncle Bruce. As soon as my account reaches 20, 25 grand, I'm not even doing this anymore. I'm just a guy just speculating who does what around here. I tell you, one of the perfect gigs for people is those who are retired now. If you're over 60 and you're collecting Social Security and you've rented your house, let's say you have a house, you rented it, okay, to a relative. You have a relative managing your house for you that you rented out. So the house is paying for itself. The house bills are covered, the taxes, the utilities, the upkeep, it's all fine. But you're in the RV. You're in that RV you've always wanted to be in, and you're writing credit spreads, and you're making, like Charlie, $250 a day, and your Social Security for you and your significant other, if that's how you're doing it, and you're traveling America. And you're spending money as you want to spend money. You're not driving every day. You don't need to drive every day. You've driven to a place for a month and you're in a campground if that's what you want to be doing. Even if you are in a campground and you're paying $50 a day to be in a campground, or you're on BLM land, or you're boondogging it, or whatever the plan. You're just visiting friends. You're going to some of these harvest host properties. These are farms across America where you can come in for free overnight. You're living the dream that you've always wanted to dream with an RV lifestyle, and you're writing options, doing what Charlie is doing. Unbelievable. Wait till I tell Jen. She's going to love this. Hi there, Auntie Jen.
Hey.
Can I push this back?
Absolutely. All right.
Auntie Jen is here, and she's cranked up the Tuesday special.
The Tuesday special.
The ham and egg and cheese on a toasted sesame seed bagel with ketchup to dip in. The bagel of the day. Yeah, so Charlie...
Might be burnt.
Oh, I don't care about this. I love this. So Charlie made a little comment. He said, last week, Bruce, I pulled off my weekly objective.
Okay.
I'm trying to make $250 a day. Every day I write options.
Okay.
So he says, last week I brought in $251 a day for $1,258 in profit.
Okay.
I used between $2,000 and $5,000 a day for my trades.
Okay.
I'm sitting here going 1 week. That translates to $5,000 a month.
Right.
And he's using a maximum of $5,000.
$5,000. That's ridiculous.
So that's a $60,000 a year gig.
That's
using
100% turnaround.
using $5,000 of total money.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I'm saying to my viewers,
too close to the fire.
he's telling us the kind of trades he's doing. They're way out of the contract, out of the money.
Okay.
He's taking 20-cent credits, 25-cent credits. He's letting them die out. He's buying them for pennies on the dollar because they're way out of the money.
Right.
And he's going, I'm going to keep doing this. We have JV here, who a couple of weeks ago, he asked me about an Apple position. He was thinking about doing an Apple cash secured put. But I said to him, you're going to need $20,000 to do the trade.
Yeah.
He ended up using $10,000 to do, I believe, 10 credit spreads, credit spreads.
Yeah.
So I was just asking him, how are you doing on that trade? Where are you at
He
on
did a
that?
call credit spread where he was thinking of doing a cash secured put?
Yeah, so he was thinking, okay, a cash secured put, I would bring in X amount of dollars against it.
But, I mean, you totally changed. You turned around and looked the other way now.
Well, I said he was writing out of the money cash secured puts. He was going to bring in $350.
Yeah.
And I said to him, why don't you write call credit spreads instead? So he did a
Okay.
225.35 credit spread. Cost $1,000. He did 10 of those.
Yeah.
So he used $10,000 instead of $20,000 to write the cash secured put. He brought in $600 plus dollars in credit. Right now, he's sitting at not even $200 credit left. He's got $400 profit already.
There you go.
He's made more money already than he would have made
on less risk
on the entire cash secured put had it died. So yeah, he's doing just great. He's going, I like this game.
You have to have a bite of this. I'm using new cheese.
I'm under such pressure. I have no relief. I have to deliver everywhere I go. There we are.
Okay. Can you taste the different cheese?
Tastes great.
It's older and sharper. Oh yeah.
The whole thing is fantastic.
The combination.
I'm not returning any of this.
No. Okay.
This is a keeper.
I don't have to work up a good loogie to put in it before I send it back out from the kitchen. Okay. Good.
No loogies, please.
No loogies.
So we're talking about what it takes to do this. As we said a million times, all of you out there have been told, if it's so good, why doesn't everyone do it? Well,
I know.
Because see the work is some of you are doing here.
I know.
Juan says, JV, I wrote the $20 GameStop Jan 26 credits, a cash secured put. I got 1,065. Now I got to write Charlie triple Qs. I've just replicated Charlie's trade because I needed 1,000 for that.
See,
there it is. I'm doing that too. Good morning,
love
Auntie
that.
Jen from Richard Carling.
Good morning,
Carlin.
Reggie.
Larry's saying hi. Mandu is saying
Hi,
hi.
Larry.
Steven says hi. Rocketeer. I'm tempted to try Charlie's trade for fun as well. There you go. Anyone can do it. You can do it for real or in a practice account.
Or just do it on a piece of paper. If you're not even into a platform yet, just do it on a piece of paper.
Yes. Yes.
See, I'm back to my little tiny frying pan that is perfect for bagel eggs.
This is wonderful. The bagel is so crispy, and the sesame seeds are roasted just.
Oh, they're burnt. Yeah.
It tastes so
Only
good.
because I was cooking the egg and I kind of forgot about the toaster. Hey, it happens.
Maybe you should do that more often. I mean, how many world famous recipes have been created by someone distracted by something in the kitchen?
Right,
And by the time you're, oh shoot,
or you're
I got to do that, and now it comes out even better than they thought.
You're 3/4 of the way through a recipe and you don't have that ingredient, so it's like, what can I put in instead?
Exactly.
Oh, that was a double shot.
Sorry,
right
folks.
there.
I am desperate trying to eat this as clean as I can. Not easy. It's so good. Juan. JV says, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good morning, Juan.
Oh, you're going to love this story.
Okay.
You were asleep this morning. You didn't hear the story. I'm on the air.
Yes.
For the Gold Bagel Trade Alert Show.
Yes.
I'm on the air like 2 minutes. People are coming and saying hi.
Yeah.
Phone rings.
Your phone rings?
Yeah.
Oh.
Guess who?
I don't know.
Who would call me?
Beach Boy.
Beach Boy.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Are you not on the air? Are you awake? Are you okay? I don't have you here. I answered the phone on the air.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Said,
did
hello
you
there, Beach Boy. How are you? We're on the air live. Why don't you just reset your computer? So he did a refresh, and there I was. But the good news is he's alive and well, and that's what I was happy about.
I worry about our Beach Boy.
So I was saying to the channel, who would I answer the phone for during a live telecast?
Me. You know, I've fallen and I can't get up. You'd answer. Yeah.
My daughter.
Yeah.
Jen Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Beach Boy.
And Beach Boy.
And the immediate members of the family, I suppose. Anyway, he popped in and said, I'm not here. I'm here, but I'm not here, as usual.
As usual. I'm here, but I'm not here. But at least he's still here on this earth. There you go. That's what we want to know.
Did I get it?
Well, it dropped on your lap.
Okay.
I think this is a really good drinking game. Unfortunately, it's like morning.
Depending on where you live.
Or for those people who watch it after they get home from work. See? Then bring out the bottle, sit it beside you. If you're going to be fancy, you can have a shot glass. Otherwise, lips to bottle.
Swing it. Oh, my. Charlie says, I started with $1,000.
Yeah.
I was willing to lose 1,000, and it's been amazing. It snowballed.
Yeah.
Conservative trades, happy to be getting about 5%, and it's working. Account value slowly going up.
That's
JV, way to go, Charlie. Rocketeer, that is awesome, Charlie. I just snagged one of your spreads. I just snagged one of your spreads on cues for June 20.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the idea. There you go.
There you go, Charlie. Look at you, Charlie. Now you're teaching the others.
That's the power of this channel.
That's how it works.
That's the power of this channel. I can talk till I'm blue in the face. Until it's done, it's not real until it happens.
But you
and
guys
there are people
sharing?
here. You're sharing with each other.
So
it's
good.
happening. Yes.
It's so good.
532.72 on the Qs. We're down 157. SoFi down 20. GameStop only down 6 cents. Rocket Lab has gone green.
It's not even down.
Rocket Lab turned around and gone green. We're up 70 cents from the low. IBM up 165.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can see my shadow on the whiteboard, but I think that's only because I know where I am. I know where I am.
I know it's hard for you to see your reflection because it's so tiny.
It's
like looking for a zipper.
Sliver.
Are you a zipper? You look like a zipper. So skinny.
Well, I'll leave you to your bagel in this glorious day. It's so nice out again. We're gonna get a little rain tonight.
There's one V and there's one M. So JM.
Yeah.
JM says this one is also making money. Just caught up making breakfast. My $120 AMD cash secured put for October 17 is giving me a 65% return. Or is that a call credit spread? I'm not sure which is it.
Let's go to the bank and ask if they'll give us that.
Wow.
Would you
Nice.
give me 65%?
Yeah, can you give me a
money?
guaranteed GIC for 65% return for like a week?
They
month?
would laugh so hard.
No.
They'd be on the floor. They'd just be ushering you out. They'd get the guys with the long.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Security. Get this jackass out of here.
Send them to.
The only people
what's
that
the
get.
name of the Mitchell Hospital?
Oh, yeah.
Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Send them to Bellevue.
The only people that make 65% returns with banks are the smart boys in Wall Street that you're replicating.
That's right.
The hedge fund managers. Those are the ones.
And
Everyone else is escorted.
Ta-da.
They are escorted out of the branch. Get out of here. No room for people like you in our branch. You're supposed to want 3% a year.
And be happy.
And don't
say thank
ask
you.
us about it.
Thank you, sir. May I have a letter?
Don't ask me why I drive a brand new car every year. Don't ask me those questions. And don't ask where the chairman of the board hangs out and all the directors and the top 1%ers of our company. Don't even bother asking about how was it at the Masters this year in the corporate box that you rented?
No.
How is it in New York at the tennis championships? Did you have a good time? How are the misos this year? What about those private jets? Are they running nice and smoothly? Don't ask those questions. Get out of my branch. Jen
Bye.
says bye to you. Thank you, Jen, so much. One, cash secured put is what I did. 1,500 in 3 months, conservative writing. James of the Mystery Tree, send him to Detroit. That's where we're going to send this guy. Don't ask any questions. Thank you, everybody. Here's a question on the Market Watch newsfeed, an article being written. Is 5 years ahead of retirement the right time to start talking to a financial advisor? Good God, no. No. Should be talking 20 years ahead of retirement to a financial advisor. And you should already be your own financial advisor and be your own option writer 20 years before your scheduled retirement. At age 45, you should already be ready to walk. Already. Don't give up those last 20 years to anybody but yourself. That's my humble opinion. If this option market can give you returns like people are getting here with small amounts of capital, you don't need $1 million in the bank to be a self-employed individual. Nothing like that whatsoever. My God, that's scary. Waiting until 5 years before you're retired. You're thinking of retiring at 65, and you're going to talk to a professional advisor at the age of 60, hoping that for 5 years you're going to make enough money in 5 years to be retired at 65. Are you kidding me? How many Americans are sitting on $30,000 to their name at age 60? That's all they've got. They've been ripped off so much all their lives. Oh my God. There are how many millions of Americans are 65, 70, 75, 80, destitute. Absolutely destitute. Without family, without children, without relatives, friends, they'd be on the street. How many are on the street? We don't know, because they're silently dying, quietly dying. Unbelievable, everybody. Welcome to the program. Trip Hazard, we are giving the market liquidity. Our generosity knows no bounds. James the Mystery Tree, Flint Creek Soap. I just ordered some soaps from you, official soap company of this channel, making my way through your big list of choices. My God. Splair, I just hit 400 hours watch time and now 221 subs. Way to go, Splair. I bet Uncle Bruce is getting today about 500 to 1,000 hours of watch time. Well, of course, I'm on the air for 2 hours in front of 200 something people. It kind of adds up, doesn't it? It's okay. Way to go, Splair. Considering where you were a year ago and 2 years ago, you've come a long way. Well done, sir. Well done. Rocket Lab is up 20 cents. GameStop is down 4 cents. Looking good. IBM holding a $2 gain at 283.88. SoFi down 21 cents. Spiders are down 155. The Qs are down 172 to 532.20 to 532.57. The Dow's off 42 points. We've got the S&P down 14, Nasdaq down 65. Oil down is up 152 a barrel. VIX is up 61 cents. Welcome all to the show as I now attempt to finish the second half of this incredible bagel from Auntie Jen. Oh my gosh. Man, impossible not to get the sesame seeds all over the place. I'm doing better and better from all sides. Yeah, spray right on. Way to go, Spare. One day, you'll be a full-time YouTuber. You won't have a day job. You'll trade. You'll make your money trading and YouTubing, and you won't work for anyone else ever again. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. Thank you, everybody. $251 of you have hit the answer, given me an answer on the question of the day. Thank you, everybody. 65% of you agree. You think that the market might be range bound right now, kind of where we are. 35% don't think so, but most of you do. And on the thumbs up meter, they keep coming. Thank you, everyone, for hitting these thumbs up buttons on the rerun and live. 133 thumbs ups now. Thank you all. Oh my. Trip hazard. I wrote another 15 credit spreads, call credit spreads on the Qs, 539, 541. With the $3,000 from my earlier trade, since the Qs are going up, I was paid another $800. Right, nice going. Charlie, offers to sell Q June 17, 10 of the 535, 537s for 22 cents. These expire today. He's trying to pull in $220, close to hitting. A little close, but I'll be watching if it hits. We're at 532. He's trying to sell 535s to bring in $220. On a $2,000 trade, 11% for today. Gross revenues, a splayer. In the meantime, SoFi is chilling. Expected from the last run today that we're going to hit 15, and you never know. We may hit 15 today on SoFi. Don't put it past the stock. It wants to go up. 1467 at the moment. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Your GameStop is green. We're up 5 cents on GameStop. We've just gone green. We're up 38 on Rocket Lab. IBM trying to hang on here. It's still up 185, but it's backing off again. There's an opinion out there, opinion story piece says, the title says, here's the healthcare choice that Trump's tax bill gives you. Okay, here's your choice. Unaffordable insurance or less coverage. Pick the one you want. Man, that was good. Ken did it again. Absolutely fabulous bagel. I am so grateful. Thank you all for joining me here today. Great to have you in the house. We got this market, trying a rally, as I was saying to you this morning before we opened up. The first hour of the day. We're at the first hour of the day now. We started with a loss of 200 something points. We were only down to 120 on the Dow. Then it went down 200. Now it's only down 31. Is this rally? Is this it? Is there an attempt for the market to try to break even? And will it run out of gas? That's what I'm wondering about. We're at 532.75 on the Qs. We're still down to $1.54 here on the entire day. The low was 530.81, almost $2 lower than where we are now. And I didn't want anyone writing any kind of call credit spreads when the Qs were 530. Now we're 532.72. We've been to 533.30, and some of you pulled off credit spreads as the Qs got up to 533. You're getting fills. Is this the high of the day range? Are we only going to get to a break even in the next half an hour? Or have we already topped out? Is this actually as good as it's going to get? That is the question. And are you happy with a 535, 536, 537 call credit spread? Minimum price 536.37. Well, we'll see what gives. The Dow is down 21. It's been the best performer all day. It's down 6/100ths of a percentage point, down 25 points. NASDAQ is down 0.32. There's S&P down 0.2425, about a quarter of a point. Oil up 164. The VIX is up 45 cents. So, is the Dow going to get to break even and then collapse by 150 points? Will the Dow be down 300 at the end of the day today? When it's all said and done, it'll lose anyway? Or will the Dow just meander along, down, like break even to down 150? Is it just going to do that all day long? Which means that the Qs are going to be down $1 to $3 all day, something like that. Well, that keeps the Qs under 535. If the Qs stay under 535 all day, call credit spreads above those levels all pay off. So you've got stuff to watch, no question about it. Now, SoFi down 22 cents. GameStop is back down again. It's now down 6. Rocket Lab up 43. IBM trying to hold a $2 gain. That's where we are at the moment as we watch this market. Thank you. We'll see how it, see how it wants to play itself out. More than one ball to watch at the same time, isn't there? Interesting stuff. Apple right now is sitting at 197.55, down 87 cents. Of the Magnificent Seven stocks are not rocking it today. Let's just say that. Let me double check here on my leaderboard. So Rocket Lab is holding a gain of 56 cents, defying the market. SoFi down 24. GameStop down 6. Qs are down 167. We've got MicroStrategy down 893. We have Apple down 89 cents. Tesla down 553. Microsoft down 319. Google down 68 cents. Amazon down 22. Nvidia down 11. Meta Platforms down 147. So all 7 mega stocks are lower, albeit slightly, but they're all in the red. That's important to keep in mind for the direction of this market for the day. Supermicro is up just 11 cents. ASTS down $1. AI up 25, Palantir down 26 cents, Unity down 50 cents, Goldman up 271, Cisco up 35, Netflix down a penny, Pfizer down 21, Arc Innovations down 6, IBM up 205 at 283.88. The all-time high for IBM is 284.50. That was yesterday, okay? Uber up 18 cents. Now it's only up 12. HBQ up 8. Home Depot down 70. Vanik Semiconductors down is up 109. Adobe down 13.86 and Enphase down 12.22. The difference between Adobe down $13 and Enphase being down $12 is Adobe is at $387 and Enphase is at $33.75. So Enphase is down 26.5%. Adobe down 3.48%. There's your difference. So how you want to play this market going forward is up to you. I think call credit spreads are a safe bet, especially with stocks near highs, is my hunch. Now, GameStop, I love put credit spreads, and I love cash secured puts. For SoFi, I love cash secured puts. And for Rocket Lab, cash secured puts and put credit spreads. Love those on those stocks for sure. Triple Q's now, 532.28. That's where we are at the moment. The high of the session for the Q's, 533.32, about $1 higher than where we are now. Seems to be the high of the day. Alrighty, we're down now 50 on the Dow. We seem to be slipping a little bit here. Only 1300s, but it is backing up a tad. S&P down 17 now. NASDAQ down 75, slipping a little more. And it looks like the Qs did get to 533.30, but now they're 532.26 and falling a little further from here. Welcome to the program, everybody. Nice to have you in the house. Thanks again for all of your participation here. 253 answers to the poll question. That is very good. And we've got 65% of you agreeing that the market might be range bound for a while. And we have 140 thumbs ups now that have come through here. Thank you. 140 thumbs ups today. 60 away from 200. If you're watching on the rerun or live, hit that thumbs up button for us. Give us some momentum. That would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. Thank you. All righty. Giddy up, kids. GameStop almost even again, down just 2 pennies on the session. All righty, guys. There's the story. Oil up almost $2 a barrel right now. Okay. Shoppers reduced spending at U.S. retailers in May with trade wars dragging on the economy. There is a quiet headline that no one is talking about. That is so relevant. It is so deep in the American economy. It is going to fester all summer and fall. It is going to be a nightmare for Christmas shopping this year. It will not be a good year for retailers. In the end, most retailers are going to suffer badly, especially the smaller retailers. They are the ones who cannot defend themselves against what is being done to them by the President of the United States of America. There you go. Just saying. There you have it. Okay, everybody. JV, I just wrote 5 contracts for June 23rd expiry. That's Monday. Triple Qs, 540, 542. They just gave me $218, 21 cents, almost 22 cents on a $2 spread for Monday. And look at that price, 540, 542. The all-time high for the triple Qs, 540.81. So Juan is saying between now and Monday, you hit an all-time high, then I have to worry about this contract. But with the Qs at 532.40, I'm sitting on 540, 542s. I'm $8 to $10 out of the market. Comfortable here. Thank you very much. Bringing in $218. That's what's that? 40 cents. 40 cents a contract. 40 to 50 cents. 40 cents. 40 something. Yeah, that's a lovely 20+%. Nice trade. Really, really nice trade. Charlie, geez, that's a nice 1-1. See, there you go. Always watching the option chain, looking for opportunities. You may find that when you're really getting into this, you might have 5 different credit spreads going at one time. You've got credit spreads dying today at various levels. You've got credit spreads dying tomorrow. You've got credit spreads this week that die Friday. Can't have any die Thursday. We're closed on Thursday. And now you've got credit spreads dying on Monday. You're all over the map on this stuff. And the further out they go, the further out of the money you are. And so you're now managing more and more and more as a full-time option writer. You've got a couple of thousand play here, a couple of $1,000 into here, 4 or 5,000 over here. You add it all up, you got 20 grand in the market with various levels, various trades all over the place. And you're trying to pull out, on average, 2, 3, 4, $500 a day or more. 10,000 a month or more. That's how it starts. That's how it's done. JV, I'm following your steps, Charlie. Let's make this moolah here. There you go. You're all welcome to join the party, pals. We're down 217 on the Qs. We've been red all day. 532.12 after topping out at 533.32. So there's pressure there. A 77-point drop on the Dow, 18.7-point drop on S&P, and 80 on NASDAQ. It's a very quiet day. We don't have massive moves, but we have a reluctant market that doesn't seem to want to go up today. It doesn't even seem it can break even. And so if you're writing call options, call credit spreads ahead of this market, as far ahead as you can get, this market is working for you. The shrinkage is in your favor. A kryptonite is working here. There you go. Zen Estate, Uncle Bruce, I just bought back more of my GameStop options. I know this is boring, but I now can write 50 GameStop covered calls. I'm waiting for a pop here. See, I missed the class. When will the link be available? Hopefully by the end of the week. I've got Emily sitting on it. I've sent the link to her, so I'm waiting for her to finish editing. And as soon as it's ready, I'll let the market know. I'll let the channel know. And I'll also post an alert on my YouTube page, homepage, that all of you should get. If you're a subscriber to this channel, whether you're a member or not, you should get the alert. Okay, so stand by for that. The Dow is now almost down 100 again. We're backing off on the Dow. The Q's down to 532.05. They are backing off. That means those spreads are shrinking. Those contracts are shrinking. They're further out of the money on those calls, working towards making you richer today. Thank you all for joining us from wherever you are. Your friends at GameStop have gone green a second time. We're now up 1 penny. 23.33 on GameStop. The shares are 1 penny up on the day with 4.9 million volume. Not very heavy, but the stock is up again. I think it's going back to 26, 28 easily. Just a week and a half, 2 weeks, it'll be there. SoFi, 14.60. This is kind of the low range of the day, down 30 cents. 16.7 million, but the shares, I'm very confident will go higher. Remember now, this is the 17th of June. There's only 13 days left in the month. The second quarter ends in 13 days. So in less than 2 weeks, it's the end of the second quarter. And then speculation begins on what kind of earnings will American corporations deliver from their financials. And our friends at SoFi will be out sometime in July, 25th, 27th, 28th, I don't know what day, but I would bet you before the end of July, we'll hear about SoFi's second quarter. And the speculation will be, how much did they beat the street by this time? Does the stock hit newer highs, higher highs, past 18, 19, 20? Stick around. I think some of you will be sticking around for that. So there you go. All right. Thank you all for joining in. At the moment, down 201 on Qs. Well, that's it. I think I'm going to call this my Tuesday session. And I'm going to thank you for being here for 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 59 seconds. Thank you, the 171 of you who are still here. Thank you to the 245 of you that were here today and who've been coming and going all day long. I love that you're always around. Thank you so very much for your following of this YouTuber. And I hope you've made nothing but a bunch of money today and got a bunch richer. That's what I want to hear, what I want to know. Keep us posted on how you're doing. Thank you again for following Jen and I here. We have 146 thumbs ups now have come through. Thank you again for that and continuing to add to that number. I appreciate it. Thank you also to those who answered the poll question today. 254 of you have given me an answer today. I appreciate that. And again, get out there and just get richer, please. Don't stop now. JM and Charlie and Richard and Richard again hitting the knee emojis, getting richer. Stock option sensei. Anyone want to buy my 100 GameStop $23 put contracts for July the 25th? I have that I have out for a stink offer. I'm only asking 204 for them. You know, just looking for a little bit of extra money. Jay Gill, neat Rocketeer. Take care, everybody. Richard Carlin, neat emojis everywhere. Thank you, Richard. Thank you all for the emojis. Every time you hit the emoji buttons, every time you make a comment, you're increasing the engagement of the channel, and that's adding to the brownie points I get with YouTube. You're helping my YouTube channel get promoted if you are actively discussing stuff on it and hitting the emojis and anything else. So knock yourselves out, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a relaxed day, everybody, from Splair and Dortmund, Germany. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for staying around after my 5-hour stream. I understand why we don't have the evening stream regularly. I now know what you are going through and have been going through. Jay Gill, copy Charlie's triple Q trade. Thank you, Charlie. DH. Neat. There you go, kids. Keep an eye on the markets. See how it goes. Keep a sharp eye on it, and be prepared to shut down your trade whenever you get a nice little profit or you sense danger. Close it out. It's all good. Corinne, neat. There you go. Putting in some different additional emojis. Jay Gill, thank you, Uncle B. You got it, buddy. Thanks, John. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your session, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Please get richer out there and keep us posted, and we will definitely see you tomorrow morning for sure. This is Tuesday, the 17th of June, saying goodbye from Calgary. In 3, 2, 1, bye.